Get it.
Okay.
It's 420.
Nice.
I wish I had an air horn.
That's
You know that'd blight your ears.
well, it's 4:21. We couldn't actually start exactly at 4:20 because it would be too.
And it's also only 420 for, I assume, 3 of us. I don't actually know where John lives.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I tend to catch 37 minutes past 1. 1337. Never mind.
Ooh, okay.
I'm old. Leave me alone.
It's okay. I appreciate it.
But that's just 137. You mean 37? That's
no. I said
you can't get
37 minutes on a 24-hour clock. 37 minutes past 1 is 13:37.
Oh, right.
Shit,
Jesus,
got you with
pay
his
attention.
Britishness.
We don't use military time here.
Yeah.
Military time, aka the rest of the world time.
We just call it the afternoon.
Once again, America must be told that just because they don't do something doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's about how it is.
Although I say that, I'm now looking at a can of spray air measured in milliliters because fuck consistency, I suppose.
Would you rather it be measured in fluid ounces?
That would be worse.
Okay, so we start us off where we last left off. You guys have entered the Lagrange house. You have up ahead of you in the foyer with all of the with all of the video editing gear and recording gear is Chad from the Spirit Hunters. The stout, bald fellow with a trim beard.
Yo!
Yeah, and
I hope that shows up on an EVP.
And Billy is taking many a selfie around him. He is currently editing a video, playing it back, going and retouching it, and etc.
He's watching the same speck of dust go back and forth.
No, actually, he's editing. He's currently editing the opening monologue for the episode.
Yeah, Eilert has walked around the desk to look over his shoulder at what he is doing.
We're gonna be famous!
Why are we going to be famous? Who are these people?
That's a real good question. I don't know.
Just the most prolific ghost hunters on TV.
Well, shit, if I knew I was going to die, I probably would have brushed up on this.
Hey, shouldn't we, not be actual famous? Because that would probably kill us for real.
I guess?
They're not going to know who... Okay, look, have you never seen one of these shows before?
No.
You don't actually see the ghosts. You just kind of hear them through static radio, and you, maybe we could push a door open or something.
So this show is two middle-aged men walking around a house at night and getting scared?
Yeah.
But judging by the look of them, actually, not middle-aged. This guy, Chad, is in his late 20s or early 30s.
Like I said, for a teenager, middle-aged.
Okay, fair enough.
Life ends at 50.
You just wink out of existence.
Fair enough. So if you guys are looking over his shoulder to see what he's working on, he's currently touching up the opening monologue. And you see the front man, the more or less the host of the show, Eddie. He is a tall, tooled up bro with too much tanning product.
Tooled up.
Slicked back hair. And yeah, he's like fairly athletic looking. Definitely consistently wears shirts that are too small for him. And he is And Chad is currently editing the opening monologue, and Eddie just says, the current part that he's going over right now is Eddie just saying, they say the Lagrange family was Alden's first family, but what are they not saying? Yeah, we're going there. After all the setbacks, conspiracy to keep us away, we're convinced that Alden Park's first family wasn't taken by consumption, but murder. Stick around, because our investigation is going to drop bombshells. And Chad is currently touching this up because it seems that Eddie took a lot of time between his sentences.
It's trying to edit all together so it's got pace, but without it looking like jump cuts.
Yeah. So like he has like two sentences there that were actually real concise and together, and then like he splices in like an outside shot without Eddie so that he can kind
of just run the audio over that.
So he can just run the audio over that, and he's doing a good job, all things considered.
I'd always figured that these shows were fake.
I mean, who's to say they're actually detecting Wave's hand at herself and everyone around her? And they're not just getting scared at, settling floorboards.
I guess we'll get to find out now, huh?
We were told there's a disturbance here.
Yeah, like a dissonance or something.
Yeah.
It could be coincidence.
And, well, I guess...
He doesn't seem to notice us in any case.
I do feel... aggressive, I guess. Like everyone... when she says that, everyone can feel a little bit... like there's a permeating like redness in the air. It's hard to notice unless you're really looking for it.
Well, then I say we get aggressively curious.
Wow, that was really bad, and I have no context for things that are good.
I hope they don't pick that up on an EVP.
Yeah, John, if you're talking, we cannot hear you.
Oh, no, I'm... Yiska's actually just been poking around the ghost hunting gear, seeing if anything actually reacts.
Well, none of it's currently on. There's... Now, also, it's worth noting, this is all... What they have up here in the foyer are mostly camera equipment. The actual ghost hunting gear is not in here. Like they have a couple spare EVPs and stands for them and the like, but they're currently not turned on. It seems like they've already set up to start their investigation.
Well, let's take a look around. And till I don't know what all exits are there from the foyer.
Well, there's the grand staircase that will take you to the top floor. You can explore the first floor a little bit if you'd like, and then there are 2 floors in between. That a shorter pair of staircases will take you to.
At the risk of making this sound like a bad horror movie, maybe we should split up?
We are the ghosts.
Yeah, I guess. I
feel really spooky right now.
If we're splitting up, we should probably have one person with a weapon in each group.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys have weapons?
Oh, did I not mention he'll pull the airsoft pistol out of his jacket?
Is that why your shadows are all janky?
Yes, I bought a gun.
You bought an airsoft gun?
Mm-hmm.
Did they not trust you with a big boy gun?
I was told this would work better than a big boy gun.
Those words exactly.
They really saw you coming, didn't they? What did you get?
Saying that to Billy?
To Billy, yeah.
A knife. Pulls out the knife.
I'm going with the person with the knife.
The knife is one of those real dumb
it's specifically a brass knuckle knife.
It's a pointy thing rather than a lump of plastic. So as far as Cora is concerned, that will poke a thing.
Let's go to the basement.
There is not a basement here.
Let's go to the attic.
You're going to the top first.
It's a Victorian manor. They didn't really do much for basement. They had a cellar.
Yeah, they were root cellars and shit.
But like the cellars were mostly for very limited height and storage of.
They were root cellars. They weren't. Yeah.
The most beautiful word in the English language.
Root cellar.
Cellar door.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That's 2 words.
Am I the only one that's seen Donnie Darko?
Yes, but I didn't pay attention to it.
All right, so Billy, with your knife, you're gonna head up to the top floor.
Yeah.
So you're gonna ascend the grand staircase.
Does it creak, or do I not get the full effect because I'm dead?
Who's all going with Billy and who's sticking with Eilert? And by that I mean, is anybody actually going with Eilert?
Just everyone leaves Eilert by himself.
Jane will hang out with Eilert because it looks like you need a friend.
The pity ghost.
If you want to go with them, it's okay. I won't blame you.
She just shrugs. I don't really. It's fine. I have no idea where I'm going.
Likewise, that's what's exciting.
What about Yiska? Where's Yiska going?
Yeah. Everyone else has drawn a line.
John, you muted, bro?
I am muted. Yiska will also go with Eilert because just to keep the group. I mean,
it's 2 and 2 right now, so you no pressure.
Out of character, I don't want Zach to have to be by himself.
It'll just be me and Nate in a scene, so it'll just mean that you guys will have 20 minutes where you get to take a break.
Game.
Go whoever you think your character is.
I don't do that shit when I'm GMing. Only when I'm a player.
Mm-hmm.
Go with whoever your character would go with. Don't worry about it.
So just double checking. So the other group is going down to the root cellar, or
Billy and Koira are going up, going to go up, try and find an attic. They're going to the top floor in any case, and Eilert is going to check the ground floor before moving on.
Yeah, I think Yiska will stay with Eilert just because
it's laziness.
A little bit of laziness, a little bit also we should probably clear one floor at a time. To, so nothing sneaks up behind us.
Okay, well, we'll start with the first floor. You guys are looking around the first floor, and it is mostly you find that the first floor is mostly for guests. So it isn't where you're going to find. It isn't where the kitchen or any place to eat is. It's where the primary study, the game room, things along those lines. That's what you find in the first floor. The stuff that would appeal to someone who is just walking in and has just hung up their coats.
Come into the parlor.
Yeah. You have a parlor, you have a game room. The game room you find does have a billiard ball table. It has the game room is in the very back of the house. Has a billiard ball table and big glass windows that overlook the well-kept garden outside. Outside in the backyard. And front and center of those windows, though, is a really beautiful chessboard. It looks like it is currently set in checkmate. It looks like white won. But judging by the amount of pieces to one side or the other, it was a real good match. It really came down to the clutch.
And I think it's not super dusty. It looks like recently it was played.
Yeah, it looks like it was played recently. And there is an EVP. There is a stand, tripod stand with an EVP set up right nearby, with also a camera in the corner that is there to capture any footage of anything moving in here.
Is that on?
Yes.
He's going to kind of wave his hand around and through the ghost hunting gear.
Okay. Are you just casually waving your hand through, or are you gonna actually try and make physical contact?
Jessica is moving his hand with the assumption that it'll just move through this thing like it has for most other stuff.
Okay, in that case, it does.
Okay. Does the thing react at all?
The camera? No, the camera doesn't react.
Okay. Wasn't there another thing set up?
There's an EVP set up. It's it's an electronic device that catches sound and static.
Okay, so it's basically just a really hypersensitive microphone or something.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Jessica will wave through that, see if anything gets picked up on it, if there's any light that flashes when sound is heard.
Are you trying to make a noise for it to hear, or are you just casually waving your hand through?
Just casually, basically, Jessica wants to see if these things can actually detect ghosts.
He's trying to see if they're actually detecting him as is in any way.
Correct. Yeah. Nothing is detecting you as is. If you want to really try, just let me know.
Try to physically interact? Probably not.
Okay.
I will say one thing that Yiska is looking for is, because there was kind of a red aura around this place, he's generally looking for anything that might be causing that, or...
if you're paying close attention, you do notice that it's around the equipment that you get the most red. All the camera and the EVP, especially the EVP, actually seems to exude the most red. Again, it's hard to see, but when you're actually looking for it, you can tell. It's only when you're not looking for it that everything just looks normal.
Hey, Jessica will say to Eilert, how did the guy take the color off of you and Billy?
I shook his hand.
Okay. Jessica is going to try and grab at the red see if he can like take it or something.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Go ahead and. All right. So here's the question: if you were to take it, what would it be?
Like, what is Yiska expected to be like as a physical object, you mean?
Yeah, physically, what would it be?
I think that since Yiska knows it's been used to pay for stuff, Yiska expects like coins, maybe.
Sure. Go ahead and roll. Let's see here. Go ahead and roll. We'll go coordination.
Oh, not spirit, huh?
No, because he's not trying to actually move the camera. So coordination TN is 7.
Okay. I got a 9 and a 10, so I guess that's pass.
Nice.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah, you just need one hit basically, and that's a success. Okay. So yeah, you reach out and kind of like pinch a finger where you find the red aura, and then pull, and yeah, you essentially pull a red coin.
Oh, very impressive.
And go ahead and add on your character sheet that you have 1 red coin. It once you do that, the camera or the EVP is what you were grabbing at. The EVP is completely absent of red. It's a small coin. You assume that it really wasn't a lot of red that was permeating. The bigger source is going to have more.
How did you do that?
I just kind of grabbed at it and pulled.
Yeah, wow, that's kind of awesome.
I guess you said that it's the electronic equipment that has it?
Yeah.
I will try the same thing on the camera.
All right. Go ahead. What are you going to try to, like, how is it going to look to you? Is it going to be
it's going to be a coin because you just saw him do it, so that's what he's expecting.
All right, yeah, go ahead and roll coordination. We'll tug on that camera. TN7. Well, actually, no, TN8 this time.
Just missed it then. I got a 7.
Sorry. Yeah, the reason the TN was higher is because there really isn't a lot to make a coin. Like you get a little bit, like you pull, and the red that permeate, like the very little amount of red that permeates the camera comes out, but then just disperses into the air. And you get the feeling that there really just wasn't enough in it that you could actually make a currency out of it.
So he gets the impression it would be the more there is, the easier it would be to do this.
Exactly, yes.
I think it seems like it might be easier the more there is. Well,
that makes sense.
This is interesting, though. We would expect if we assume that the red is part of the disturbance, then wouldn't we also... Isn't it interesting that we found it on things that were brought in here and not things that were here already?
So you're saying it's the spirit hunters that are the disturbance?
Possibly. It's too early to say, and it'll help if we find there must be more sources of this around, so let's keep looking.
All right. And on that note, I'm going to cut up to the top of the stairs. So, Billy and Koira.
Yo.
You guys are at the top of the stairs. You hear some clickety-clacketing from one of the rooms.
Ooh. I'm gonna check it out.
All right. There is a... Let's see here. You see, there is a spare storeroom at the top floor, and you see Steve. Steve is one of the main guys in the four-man crew.
He's the one no one likes.
No, he's the really informative one.
So I say he's the one no one likes.
Fair enough, yeah. He is a twerpy bro with a mustache and goatee. He does most of the research on places.
Get Steve to do it.
Yeah, like he's the amateur detective / historian. So he's usually the guy who does the research and usually on camera with Eddie whenever Eddie is going on a deep dive into the history of the place, because this was also on Travel Channel, therefore they had to contractually do that.
Snap another photo.
You see that Steve, despite having a few, he has a camera in here. And an EVP in here as well. However, he has his laptop out. He has it. He's made a little makeshift table, and is sitting on a chair in front of his laptop. And you see that though he does have notes on the Lagrange house on the table, and notes that he was writing on his laptop, he is not really focusing on that. He appears to be writing a paper that is completely irrelevant to this house.
His magnum opus.
What's he writing the paper on? Just by kind of peeking over his shoulder, can we see what he's writing the paper on?
Judging by the fact that it has a table of contents and that it is like 200 pages long, it's probably a dissertation.
Yeah.
Thesis.
These guys tend to write a lot of theses.
I just watched the show.
Yeah, like he at one point he does check his email. It's an email from his college, from the professor that he's working under. He basically asking reminding him that the first draft of his dissertation was due like 2 days ago, and he goes to a reply and be like, "Yeah, I know," and then does the adult thing of ignoring it and going back to writing.
Yeah, this.
He's obviously not very invested in what's going on here. His focus is definitely on getting his PhD.
Yeah, Cora's kind of ineffectually like bats a hand at the keyboard, realizes she can't do anything to it. She's like,
"Are you gonna try?"
More just kind of casual hope that she can get it to work.
Okay. All right. So it's just a just kind of.
Yeah, she's kind of like
swapping at it.
It's the kind of just open up the tab marked history of the house so we can see some things about the. Oh, damn it!
Yeah,
you got Spotify open, but you haven't got. God damn!
If it's just a just kind of swapping your hand at it like nothing happens. If you want to really try for it, let me know.
Yeah, no, just Cora it makes one swipe it and just goes, "These guys are supposed to be ghost hunters?"
Yeah, well, okay, so have you ever seen a TV show? It's mostly for the drama and the interest. I don't know if they actually find ghosts.
Yeah, but this guy's sitting down and writing an essay.
It's not like it's on film. They're probably filming something later when it gets dark.
I mean, I don't know. It just walks over to the EVP device and just kind of glares at it. I bet you this thing is just all made up. I mean, there's no way you can actually detect ghosts.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll give it a shot then. I'm gonna yell at it.
All right, you trying to be heard?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, Cora will join in.
Hey!
All right. Yeah.
Just hey, asshole.
Hey, asshole!
All right. So go ahead and roll spirit.
I got spirit.
Your TN is 7.
And I have a 3 in that, so I roll 3 dice, right?
Yes.
I rolled a 7.
Nice. Cora?
Un momento. I'll take the 10.
Nice. All right. So you just scream, "Hey, asshole!" and you see the light on it blinks several times.
Look, it caught us, it knows.
Okay, so these guys have now got a recording of us swearing at them.
I mean, that's not the worst thing that I think that's ever been on the show, so.
I mean, it'll be. I don't think they've ever had to bleep ghost evidence before, but
No, but they have to bleep Eddie all the time. It's fine.
Oh, really? There's like a lot of cursing in this?
I mean, usually.
Billy, you know that that the equipment, like the EVP, it'll sit there for a while and then they'll go collect it and go over the audio eventually. Like it doesn't just immediately play it out. They have to actually go over it and kind of peek through the static.
That'll be fun for them later.
Just as a very immediately brief aside, if anyone else here has played Silvio, I would just love the idea of listening to an EVP tape and just hearing a ghost swear at me. Anyway. Yeah, Cora just shrugs. Well, I mean, unless we're going to get him to do some actual friggin' work, I guess we've got to look somewhere else. Maybe the guys have better luck than this.
I mean, it's a kind of big house. Let's see what else we can find.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, you guys are sort of poking around the top floor. You find that the top floor is primarily bedrooms. There are it's primarily bedrooms and guest rooms. There are EVPs and camera equipment set up in the master bedroom and so on and so forth. However, you notice while you are in the master bedroom that there is what looks to be like a small journal on the nightstand next to the right side of the bed. And it is, a pinkish color. It is a
cute,
vibrant pink color, like it's a spectral pink.
Fluorescent.
Yeah.
It's exoplasm pink.
Reflects light.
Now
this
I know.
Cute.
And there's a little let's see what's between blue and red.
Purple?
Yeah, there's a little purple spectral pin next to it.
Cora's just looking at them both in confusion. I know journals are supposed to be a, air quotes, girly thing, but glowing pink seems a bit much.
But how come this and nothing else in the room?
I mean, when we were at the I've completely forgotten the name of the store. I'm a terrible person.
Is it Fineries by Nelly or
Nelly? That was it. Yeah, because Nelly explained what was going on regarding color and objects of color. You know Nelly, the person who runs the clothes shop back in town?
Nope.
I'm kind of surprised, but I'm not going to judge. But check it out. I think you, someone like you, might enjoy it. They were saying that some objects have color, like objects that are interesting. I didn't kind of understand a lot of it, but I guess some things like are made with love or emotion, and that emotion gets put into the thing.
Oh.
So I mean, if it's pink, Quite just waggles their eyebrows. Not sure what a purple pin's about though. That sounds weird.
Okay, so you're saying if I see something glowing, then it's got this kind of spirit energy that's made from how people felt about it.
I mean that, or it's plutonium, but it's most likely to be the spirit thing.
Cool. Does that mean that we can touch it?
Quite just reaches over and picks up and tries to pick up the pin.
Yeah, you pick up the pin.
Guess so.
The pin is in your head.
Experimentally tries writing on a wall.
Ooh, write something spooky.
Okay. Question: are you really trying to write on this wall?
Yeah. I mean, confident.
All right. Roll spirit. Your TN is 9.
just
because this is, well,
ghost vandalizing the place.
This is a very
That's
special.
10.
Nice. All right. So you drain some of the violet in it to write. What are you writing on the wall?
Hell sun.
The only word I can think of is Venus, and I don't think that's.
You just write Venus on the wall, then?
Yes.
Right.
Look at me.
Fuck you, brain.
It's like above the bed.
Yes.
All right, you write Venus above the bed, and you drain quite a bit of the purple color by putting that purple color
You fucking
now
broke it.
on the wall.
Cora just looks at it afterwards and just goes, "I regret nothing." But she's got the biggest, goofiest fucking grin on her face.
Yeah. The pen is rather low on ink, it seems.
Huh. Well, we can write messages. Well, maybe not anymore. I probably should have just done a little line.
You know what? It was worth it. What about the journal? Maybe there's some info in there.
All right,
Yeah.
pick up the journal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna open it.
All right, yeah, you pick up
Pages.
the journal. It's you don't even, you can just casually pick up that journal and open it. It appears to be a journal. It appears to be the journal of Zelda Lagrange. She has the journal itself, however, is explicitly addressed as if it is a letter to Frederick Lagrange. And
I'm sure that's really confusing to start off. Like, dear Frederick, like she calls her journal Frederick. Usually, most people just say dear diary.
every instance in there is like every entry is addressed dear Frederick. And you giving it a good read?
I'll flip through it. Yeah. I'll hop on the bed and kick my legs up and read this stranger's diary.
Okay, so what? Just go ahead and what is your opinion of very lavacious descriptions of kinky old person ghost sex.
Okay, does it specify that they're old?
What kind of level? What level of quality of erotica are we talking here?
Because I'm a teenager. I've read fan fiction.
It is very powerful erotica.
Okay.
It's very flowery Victorian erotica.
All right.
And there are references to age periodically, sort of scattered about. It's not the focus, obviously, but it is Zelda recounting the previous evening's lovemaking with her husband Frederick.
Oh, fuck, Zelda's getting it.
And it is her recounting the love that they made the prior night. This is basically her like writing in the morning and kind of addressing it to Frederick so that like if he ever picks it up and reads it, he'll see like just how happy she was with
it. Okay, it's actually really sweet. But yeah, she's
so, like it's very lavacious and very.
She's probably being like, "Ooh, honey, oh, girl."
Yeah, Carl just leans over like, what's in there?
Oh my God! Read this.
Like, I know you're easily entertained, but what is the? Just reads a couple of lines and then just drops it like, no, no.
Now, okay, NATO. I have to. I don't want to harp on this for too long, but I have to know: is this like James Joyce levels of fucked up old person lovemaking letters? Because I don't know if okay.
No, it is not James Joyce. They do a lot of experimentation, but like nothing like James Joyce grows.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
It appears.
Hey, if you ever want to be grossed out, Google James Joyce love letters.
It appears that she does count the years. And this journal does go up into present day.
Huh. Wait, how many years? How old is she?
The journal itself is started. So this journal appears to be from 2010 to 2019.
Oh, so these people still live here, I guess. But wait, isn't this house abandoned?
It's preserved by the Historical Society.
Please don't tell me there are kinky old sex ghosts in this house.
Well, if there were, wouldn't we see them? We're on the same ghost level.
I'm kind of glad we aren't.
Okay. Think about it this way. I don't think these people are making love 24/7.
I know. It's going to take me a moment.
We just walked into this house, and they're ghosts, and we're ghosts. So it would just kind of like we just walked into any random person's house. Wouldn't they know that we're here, and wouldn't we see them?
I suppose.
Unless they're hiding from the ghost guys.
But they couldn't see us. Why would they be able to see them? They've been ghosts way longer. They'd be even better at hiding than we are. Like, we had to get straight up in that thing and swear at it to even make the light go blip.
Maybe they just feel uncomfortable with those guys around.
The young people intimidating the old people.
Unheard of.
Well, just cups our hands. Hey! Old ghost people! Hi!
Yeah, or you call out, and you hear. Let's see here. Go ahead and roll perception. TN7.
You make another EVP go off.
Oh dear.
No, it's perception.
Oh no, I've only got 1 dice in it though. No, I got a 5.
Okay. You you don't hear much.
Yeah, just stands there for a few moments waiting for something, puts her hands on her hips. I think they're gone. Or they're, I don't know, in some weird ghost sex dungeon. I've got just no brain. No. I found
You're really
found
hung
my,
up on this.
I caught my mum reading 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh man, I'm really glad that's how that sentence ended. Wow.
Oh no!
Wow.
Oh no! Now it's worse. Now it's so much worse.
You paused. You paused after mom.
I'm gonna cut back downstairs now. So Yiska, Eilert, and Jane are going up to the 2nd floor now. After poking around the 1st floor.
Yeah. These are very different dynamics between the teams.
Yes. So you guys hit up the 2nd floor. The 2nd floor appears to be where a lot of just general living stuff happens. This is where you have a kitchen. It's where you have kitchen. Well, there's a bathroom on each floor, so you know. But there's a bigger bathroom on the 2nd floor. It's also where you have a dining room, and you find, as you walk into the dining room, there is a oh, I'm in the wrong document. There is a you find Eddie, and you find another man with him who is wearing a hoodie. The hood's over his head. He has a thick but well-groomed beard. And they're currently setting up a camera and EVP in the dining room. There is this kind of tension between them. Like, they're not talking to each other. Like, Aaron asks, it's a very, like, terse sort of a thing between them. Like, Aaron asks Eddie, hey, is it good right here? And Eddie's just like, dude, what do you think? No, man, you want to put it in the middle. We've been doing this for years. Come on. And the guy with the hoodies is like, hey, I know, I'm sorry. I'll put it over there. And he like puts it near closer to the table. And then Eddie just walks out without saying anything, and Aaron just kind of hangs his head a little and walks out going a different direction. You do see as well, beyond that little scene, but you're not alone here even after they leave. Because after they leave, it becomes more evident that that in the dining room, in what at what appears to be a very large table, there is a family. There is a middle-aged woman with very big hair and an elaborate dress, an older man who's balding but has a wicked-fine mustache, a little boy with short hair and glasses, a teenage girl with braids and a nice dress, an older teenage boy in a fine suit and tie, and they are joined by a African man and woman, both in their late 50s, wearing the same kind of fineries as everyone else, both relaxing at the table and sipping their tea. They don't seem to pay much attention to you. And the African man, he calls out. He's like, Frederick, after tea, would you like to try another game of chess? And the older man with the fine mustache is just like, it might be a better idea to wait for the people to leave. I think they're watching it. And the other man just kind of leans back in his chair and sighs. How long do you think they're going to be here? I don't know. And they haven't really paid any attention to you.
Do you suppose they're also ghosts?
The teenage girl, she looks at you guys, and then the older teenage boy jumps out of his chair.
I think they can see us.
I think you are correct.
The older man is just like he just like calls out, just like, "Hey, we are just trying to enjoy our lunch. You stay back." And the teenage boy hops out of his chair and pulls a rapier from his side. And like points it at you guys, just like with a real menacing glare, as if to really command you to stay back.
That is very aggressive. I'm beginning to see why this place is red. Hello. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, all eyes are on you guys now. Jane puts up her hands as if to be like, "Yo, I'm cool."
Right. We were told that there was a disturbance here that we needed to deal with. I'm assuming since you all seem to live here, it's not you. It's probably more yes, you will gesture generally at the equipment that those guys left behind. Them.
The teenage boy with the rapier pointed at you guys. It's just like, who told you? Why are you here?
A cat told us who said he was Death.
And he's like, Reapers. I knew it. And the middle-aged woman with the big hair and fine dress is just like, how many times do we have to tell you we are fine? We do not want to leave. It is you who should be leaving our home.
This has happened before. That would have been good to know coming into this.
Yes, your kind, your Reapers, are here almost every other decade at this point, insisting that we should go. No, we are fine.
Very well, but I think if you've been here for some time, then perhaps you aren't the disturbance, but something else probably is.
And the older African-American man is just like, please, we are already experiencing so much turmoil right now with these morons, I would like to call them, in the house. That we really do not need any more strife.
Well, I for one will do my best not to cause you any.
We were told very little about what our actual job here was. We were told there's a disturbance and this address, and that's it. So if you're not having a problem, then I guess if you don't mind us poking around a little bit for something else, maybe the problem is these idiots.
Oh, we did.
Go ahead and roll social. Your TN is, let's say, 7.
Okay. That's the thing I'm good at.
Yes, it is.
All right, I got a 8. So.
All right. Yeah, the teenage boy will lower his rapier. Especially after the teenage girl is just like, well, they're not wrong. There is a disturbance, and there's morons out there. The teenage boy lowers his rapier, and he will sheath it at his hip and fold his arms, and will keep his eyes on you, but he's not gonna. He's no longer prepped to give you a perforation.
To be sure, if Eilert focuses, are they like the what's the red in this room look like?
It is not on them. However, you do notice they do have teacups. They have teacups. They have sandwiches set out for themselves and everything. And you do recognize those have a distinct color. They're actually very colorful in general. It's that spectral kind of color.
Huh. If you don't mind my asking, how are you able to drink and eat without these ghost hunters noticing it?
The little boy, like the youngest boy, is just like, Mama does that, and the middle-aged woman is just like, she's just like, Edward, please. Oh, I'm sorry, Mama. And then she looks at you guys and just says, all kinds of living come through here. All of them leave something behind. I take that something and I make it into treats like these in our plane.
I see. Thank you. As my friend here said, we are rather new at this. We were given not a lot of information before being directed here. We'll try our best not to disturb you. I do think on further inspection, it is likely the source of the hunters, though. Or the hunters are probably the source of this disturbance.
The older African American woman is like, they do leave behind a lot of red.
Indeed, we noticed the red on their equipment downstairs.
They're also very noisy and keep me up very late at night. I would really appreciate them leaving. The living, when they come through here, there are strict times that they're allowed in on these tours. But these boys, they're up so late. And the African American woman puts a hand on the shoulder of her husband. Is just like, Percy, he goes to sleep very early, and this has been keeping him up so late. He's and she sighs.
Well, it does seem that there is some discord among their group. Is there anywhere else you've... Is there anywhere you've noticed in the house a particular abundance of this red?
Go ahead and roll perception, because everyone shakes their head and one after the other is just like, the teenage boy is just like he shakes his head.
What is my
roll social? Your TN is 6.
I got a 9.
Okay. You notice that the teenage girl shakes her head a little more hesitantly than everyone else, as if she's telling you no, but that's just because she's in front of her family.
Well then, if you don't mind, we'll take a look around for it. If you think of anything, please let us know, and if we can figure something out, perhaps we can get them out of your hair.
And the older balding man with the fine mustache is just like, and I have your assurance that you are not here to try passing us on or whatever it is you reapers bring to the table.
Not to the best of my knowledge. We were
Then you have my permission.
Thank you.
Percy, this is also all right with you? And Percy across the table is just like, I have no qualms.
Then, oh, my name is Eilert. I am at your service, then. You look, my best guess is this red atmosphere is the disturbance, and it does not seem to be coming from you, therefore.
Yes, we are, and the middle-aged woman is like, yes, we are quite content where we are. We're not going to be in any, none of us are, we are scarcely in any emotional turmoil.
All right. Well,
the little boy, Edward, he, because you introduced yourself, he speaks up and is like, "Oh, I'm Edward. That's my mom. That's my dad. That's my sister Elizabeth, and my older brother Elijah, and that is my Uncle Percy and Aunt Darcy." He seems very happy to have introduced everybody.
A pleasure to make your acquaintances. Hello. Well, I think I'm going to go and see if I can observe these intruders a little more, a little further. Do again, if you think of anything that might help, please let me know. And he'll, I don't know, give the girl like a potentially a look, and then and head out, hoping that, if he leaves the presence of the lot of them, she'll maybe find him and tell him something.
Right. Yiska, is there anything you're doing during all that?
No, I think.
Okay. So yeah, you guys leave the dining room. Upstairs, would you guys have come on down if you heard a small disturbance on the second floor?
Ooh. Maybe. Something to get us to stop fighting about.
Stop reminiscing about horrible things.
Yeah, you guys skip the third floor, head on down to the second floor, and you reach the others just as they are stepping out of the dining room.
Boo.
Hello there.
Hey.
We heard talking. Hi.
Hey.
Indeed.
Did you guys find anything?
We found the house's actual residence.
Oh, I shouted, but no one said anything.
Wait, dead people?
So it would seem.
Mm-hmm.
However, they don't seem to be the source of the disturbance, assuming that the red atmosphere here is the disturbance. If
a girl, teenage, about your age, about your guys' age, honestly, in a very fine casual blue dress. She sort of like pokes her head out from the dining room. Reapers. Oh, there are a lot of you.
Indeed.
She can see us.
Yes.
She's dead.
As
So-
are we.
I thought we'd covered this.
Apologies for not calling out to you earlier. I noticed you had come in. I thought you were with those boys.
Nope. We are equally invisible to them.
We heard them boys.
You seemed like you had something you wanted to say earlier.
Yes, but she motions a little down the hall, so it's even further from the dining room.
Certainly. Eilert will start walking in that direction.
And any of you can notice that if you do happen to look back at the dining room, it looks like the older teenage boy in the nice suit and tie with the rapier at his hip does stand at the entrance to the dining room, watching you guys from afar very protectively.
Hey.
Those of you who were in the dining room probably definitely recognize that he was probably the most fit of them. The two older men were.
I'll say.
Oh,
God damn it.
the two older men were like in their 50s or so, and they were aristocrats in their 50s, so they were not really in the best of shape. Well groomed and well taken care of, but not like in the best of shape. Whereas this boy Elijah is actually like trim, and it looks like he could stab a person with that sword.
Yeah, the sword
I
has
volunteer.
color, I take it. The sword is color, I take it.
Yeah.
Eilert will surmise that we could very much be stabbed with that sword, and we should possibly avoid that.
And judging by the way that he's looking out into the hallway at you guys, he's probably well aware of his status as the protector.
Yeah. And he maybe doesn't like the idea that his younger sister is going to go walk off and talk with another teenager in private, particularly a teenage boy.
Reapers in private.
Or Reapers, I guess.
I mean, this is.
You're all Reapers.
We've got to be careful, otherwise this might end in a phantom pregnancy. Ba-dum-tsh.
Wow.
I'll leave.
Leave him out, please.
Get out.
Deleting account now.
Billy, are you You giving a wave? You said it. You spoke as if you were giving a wave to Elijah.
Oh yeah, sure do.
I roll social. It's gonna
Roll
go.
social to hit on the hot ghost teen.
Say TN is 7.
Nope. Roll a 3.
He does not pay you much more mines than he does everyone else.
Fine, be my
You should have rolled fashion to keep get his attention.
Yeah, but also I'm sure my fashion and his fashion are two wildly different.
I mean, what bonuses do you have on fashion?
I have technical knowledge on fashion, or technical know-how. Technical knack. That's it. I just wrote TN. I should tick.
Yeah, that reduces the TN of all relevant checks by 1.
It's fine.
So it would have reduced by 1, but that wouldn't have been a success yet.
Oh,
you should especially rename that as knack starts with a K.
Act 2, baby.
So yeah, she just kind of walks down the hall with you guys, and when she's far enough away that her parents wouldn't overhear. I know that you were wondering some things. Can I ask you a question first?
Certainly.
You say that you are Reapers, yes?
Apparently.
Who said that?
Jane points at Eilert.
I merely confirmed it. They already had a good guess. This is apparently not their first encounter.
Gonna get us into trouble.
Wait, they've sent other Reapers in here before?
Evidently.
Well,
what happened to those ones?
Red flag.
My brother usually kicks them out. Because they come in and they're asking or insisting that we should be moving on, and we're fine. We haven't started losing our heads or anything. We're perfectly anchored here.
I see. Anyway, your question.
There is a Reaper who was here more recently. His name was Vincent. Red hair, shaved on the sides and back, many piercings, kind of short like me. Do you know him?
Does that description sound at all familiar?
No, not to any of you.
Eilert will shake his head. I'm afraid not. How long ago was he here?
Well, we were meeting in the garden kind of frequently about 6 months ago. And I haven't seen him in 6 months, and I was worried that perhaps I had lost his attentions.
I do not know him personally, but if you like, I can inquire in town if anybody has an idea what happened to him.
I would very much like that.
I am afraid that our time like this can be measured in hours, I'm afraid. But yes, I'll do my best to. Perhaps one of the other, there's a few places that apparently Reapers frequent. I'll see if anyone there knows of him.
Vincent, he claimed to be a full-timer, but I don't know what that means.
Got it. So tell me, you wouldn't happen to have seen any red then around here? You seemed like you might have had an idea.
Yes. The aggressive one. I noticed when he was changing shirts that he has some
Girl.
What? She puts her hands on her hips.
Like you all want to talk. You were reading their sex diary.
Oh shit, are you Zelda?
No.
Oh, okay.
Zelda is my mother.
Ooh.
I would
Ooh.
remind me which one of us is saying things loud that we shouldn't.
Jane is just like, sex diary, what?
It's slang.
Yeah, for
What's the girl's name again? Sorry, this is the girl here. Elizabeth.
The children of the Lagranges are Elizabeth, Elijah, and Edward.
E.
She's just like, anyway, he wears some sort of necklace, but the color is so deep. I could not really. I personally could not catch the details, and looking at it made me feel uncomfortable. So I am trying to avoid him. But I noticed he wears it under his shirts and his jackets, so could only see it when he was changing his shirt.
So he's always kind of got it on him.
Yes.
So you think this has got something to do with the whole color mumbo jumbo thing?
Well, it was certainly the most prevalent color I've ever seen.
Well, seen as if something is strong enough to affect the whole atmosphere here, then that seems like a likely candidate.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of history. Ooh, what if there's a demon inside there?
I have never seen a demon before, but I would rather it not be in my house.
Hey, if ghosts exist, why not demons?
I don't disagree with you, but I would like it not be in my house.
That's like saying lions exist. Why not chupacabras?
Have you ever seen either?
I've been to the zoo.
And
I saw a lion.
Yiska, do you have any questions for her?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, I guess we'll. I mean, I guess the only thing is to go take a look at this this necklace. See if that's what's causing problems. I'm guessing the red on their electronics is something they brought with them.
Usually leaves behind a little red after the aggressive one has messed with it.
Okay.
He did seem rather short-tempered with his colleague.
okay, here's the real important question though. When did you catch him changing his shirt?
It was after he had gone for a run. It was later in the evening. He had come back from a run.
Do they stay here? I mean, usually on the show you see that they stay the whole night, but if you've seen him for a while, how long have they been here?
They have been here for a couple of days now.
Are they sleeping here?
Yes, they sleep in the foyer. Well, except for the one with the long coat and hat. He usually sleeps upstairs in the spare storeroom.
Girl.
What?
Are you this horny the entire time, or does it like peak and trough? Because I've literally met you and known you for the last hour and a half, and I'm getting signals off you.
Oh, okay. For one, we're doing something important, so we'll get back to this later.
She looks. She looks.
Connor just standing there with one finger in the air counting, and then just kind of looks at the finger and just puts it in her pocket.
She looks very put off.
This is important. Knowing their schedules and knowing what they do is important. It doesn't help that they're also like kind of attractive. It's fine. I mean,
No, it absolutely does not help.
Okay.
Eilert looks greatly amused by all this.
But what I'm saying is, now we know what they do, where they're going to be, and when we can catch her without a shirt on to take a look at that necklace. Boom. We'll be out of here in like the next 2 hours.
You think you can get a guy's shirt off that quickly?
Girl.
Like when when we can't touch stuff and no one can see us. That's what I meant.
Well, we either gotta wait for him to go for a run, or I don't know. Maybe we could yell at the EVP.
And Jane is like, "You could spill something on him, maybe if we can like do that."
What, ghost juice?
I mean,
that's just gross.
Like if he's drinking something, if we can, I don't know, nudge it or whatever onto him.
If we could find a way to startle him, if we can actually manage to touch anything around or otherwise do something.
We basically gotta find him and stalk him until we find a good opportunity.
That doesn't.
This is something worse and worse the more we talk about it. Well, creepier, at least. I mean, I could
being dead.
I could maybe just hold up pen and goes. I
So,
could maybe take off your shirt on a wall.
So we're all let us try not to vandalize the house that we are now guests in.
Whoops.
Any more than we already have. Don't look upstairs.
Elizabeth is just like,
perhaps go clean up after yourselves.
Where upstairs?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere.
It wasn't in my room, was it?
Oh,
No,
no.
it was not in your
Oh,
room.
then I don't care.
Good.
I like her.
So she seems like she's about our age. Would that be correct?
Yeah. She's about your age, and she's probably been about your age for like 100 years.
14.
How long have you been 17?
Yeah, how long? Well, how long have you been 14?
She's like,
Catch him.
yeah, she's been this way for a long time.
I was beginning to see that there are certainly some drawbacks to dying at this age that may make an internal undeath somewhat frustrating.
She's just like, I should return. I don't want to worry Elijah for too long.
Thank you. This was very helpful.
Yes, you are welcome. We'll be convening from our lunch here soon, I'm sure, so you'll see us around.
All right, we'll probably be following this fellow with the necklace.
And she will give you a little curtsy and leave.
Oh, she seems nice.
He seemed cool, I guess. Her family, she looks down the hallway at the guy with the rapier. It's like, they seem intense.
Mostly just that guy Elijah. I think everyone else were alarmed that we were here, but he was gonna stab us.
Well, they're kind of stuck in the past, right?
Yeah.
Time moves on, but they don't change, and they just seem pretty cool with that.
I guess.
And the two of you know for a fact that Zelda and Frederick are. Their marriage is good.
They're fine.
They're fine.
They're doing great.
They have found the secret to a long and nice marriage.
Yeah, don't say long and happy life, because there are several things wrong with it.
Turns out death negates the refractory period.
Think of
What's is dead may never die.
Think of the problem, however, of eternally being somebody Elizabeth's age, like forever, with the protective older brother that I imagine disapproves of any men that get close to you.
Yeah.
Especially if they're reapers.
We don't even know how to move souls to the next life. What makes them think that we're going to be able to do this?
Like we are the least of their threats right now.
Well, you guys, I hear some. Let's see here. You guys hear some talking downstairs. Seems like it's coming from the foyer.
Yeah.
So I guess dude watch.
Let's check it out.
Okay.
Road team away.
All right. So you guys head downstairs. Yiska, are you also heading downstairs too with them?
Oh, I've been muted this whole time. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I'm really like constantly worried about that. I keep like calling on you, like, because I'm just like, oh man, is John like just not being quiet, or is he just muted?
That time I was just muted.
Okay.
But yeah. So yes, Yiska also would like to go. To go follow Dude Watch and.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys head downstairs. And you see down there is Chad is still sitting in his chair, and he's currently joined by the fellow in the hoodie, who Billy will know as Aaron.
Oh my god, the whole crew. Snap, snap.
Are those pictures even going to come out?
I mean, they show on the camera when she looks at them.
Look, if they don't, whatever. But if they do,
then you'll send them in. By the way, I'm a big fan. I took pictures of you while I was dead. I mean, you might get your own episode.
Hey.
Yeah, and Aaron, the guy in the hoodie is just like, I'm just really scared, man. And Chaz just like, hey, I understand it's stressful on everyone right now, No, man, it isn't just stressful. Like, yeah, we've done this before. There's been stress, but not like this. I know, but this is the big get together, like the big reunion. Like, Eddie's really worked up about it. I'm pretty sure Eddie wants to punch me, man. Eddie doesn't want to punch you. He's just really stressed right now. I don't know, dude. This is. Can I be honest with you? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. You can always be honest with me. I kind of want to quit.
Don't do it.
You don't mean that. You were really into this when Eddie was calling everybody and everything. Like, you were really into this reunion. Yeah, I know, but back when we used to be doing the show, like yeah, it was work and all, but we were having fun with it. We're not having fun right now.
Guys, this is really sad.
Did the show stop airing? Did they break up or something?
I mean, I haven't seen a new episode in maybe like 2 years, but the reruns, I mean, they're like new every time. You always catch something new every time you see it.
And Aaron just says, or Chaz just like, hey, look, Aaron, just stick with it. I'll try and talk with Eddie. I need to get with them here soon anyway. A priest we were going to have on canceled, so I need to get with him about that. But just hang on. Like, I know Eddie's getting rough right now, but like, he's our bro. And like, he'd do this for you too. Aaron's like, yeah, I mean, I know Eddie's our bro. I know, but just let me know what he says after you talk to him, all right?
Ride or die, Aaron.
And they hug and split off.
Well, they certainly don't seem to be displaying an over amount of aggression.
So this must be the first new episode that they've recorded in a while.
Billy, you have. So is Billy the only one that has experience with these guys, or is Yiska seen it?
I don't think this is Yiska's kind of show.
Okay. All right, that's right. So Billy, you know that they had put on a live show at one point. It was. Did you watch it at all?
Oh yeah, I've seen like every episode.
Okay. It was the live show was.
Of course, they probably like had it on in the background.
Yeah. The live show. Like towards the end of the live show, it focused in on what was called the Dorsey piece. And the Dorsey piece was this amulet that was supposedly supposed to be super, super cursed. And they had brought in some kind of expert that was going to come in and talk about it. And instead, that he just totally trash talked their whole shtick and embarrassed them. And even though, like, they cut the footage and went live again like 10 minutes later, even though they tried to salvage it, they just really couldn't.
Oh yeah, no, this is the internet age.
Yeah, they really couldn't salvage it. So like, and then they just kind of went underground for like 2 years.
Huh. Now that I'm thinking about it, their last episode, I think, was their live episode when they were like looking at this necklace and like they got a dude in and he just kind of like took the piss out of them. But I didn't think that was the end. Huh.
I mean, if there is a necklace with all sorts of weird heebie-jeebie stuff with it, and the last popular episode was a thing where they found a necklace.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it. I don't know if you're being serious. And it hurts me.
Okay, so I'm thinking there are two explanations here. One, the necklace is actually cursed. And that's why it's all weird. And two, since it seems to be like kind of emotional stuff, makes all of this, all these things go. That because there's this really like negative thing attached to this necklace, the guys just filled it with a whole bunch of negative emotion.
They're the ones that cursed it.
Either way, it's would be causing problems, right?
Wild.
Eilert will turn to Yiska. If we can do what you did earlier, do you suppose we can fix it?
I mean,
if we take the red out of it, should that solve this disturbance?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. I mean, that's like if it's him that's making the amulet cursed rather than the amulet being cursed itself, it might be that it's just kind of storing it and he's kind of supplying all the anger and resentment for, being openly mocked on television.
It could also be a feedback loop where as long as he has it, he's only getting angrier, which in turn is making it more red.
You guys see that Chad checks his phone and gets up to head upstairs.
All right. Well, we need to find... Which one was it?
Eddie.
The last one. Eddie. Where did he go?
Maybe he's out running.
Oh, that would be a stroke of luck.
He's probably just doing some stuff for the show, I guess.
You guys see Chad heads upstairs to the third floor.
I'm gonna give Aaron a pat on the back. It's gonna be okay, man.
Are you trying to make contact?
No, it's just
okay. You just go through him a little bit.
No, you know what? Yeah, let me roll for something.
Roll spirit. TN is 7.
7 on spirit. Yeah, I got 7.
Nice. He jumps. And he looks around. And he looks around. And he's like, whoa. Hey, you want to... oh man. And like he rummages in his pocket to get like an EVP, and like he like turns it on, and he's just like, and then he's like, oh wait, oh no, camera, and he like gets a camera and like turns it on, and it's just like facing him, and he's like, hey, so, I know you just, I felt you touch me on the shoulder. Are you still here?
It just happened. I didn't mean it. Should we go? We should go.
Did he hold up the EVP?
Let's leave.
Wait. What is this guy doing?
He's holding out a DVP. Like he asked a question, Yeah, it's like, are you still here? And he holds up an EVP in case any ghosts wanna see. Yeah, totally.
Yitzko is going to say, you should talk out your problems.
Yeah, go ahead and roll
therapy.
Go ahead and roll spirit to get that to interact with the living world. TN7.
Oh no, I did not.
Okay.
It would make really compelling television if you were just open with your feelings.
Billy, are you saying anything?
Never give up, Aaron.
All right, yeah. You say that. Since you already rolled this scene to interact with the living world, you're so connected to it. Yeah. So yeah, you say that, and he's like, he goes and turn he waits for a moment, right, and then after some light blinks on the EVP, he's like, whoa, oh man, okay, just so you know, I can't I can't actually, I have to play this back. And these things can take some time. Thank you. I think.
Is it still recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cora's going to lean up very close to the microphone and go, "Do a barrel roll."
Go ahead and roll spirit to interact with the living world.
Such a meme lord.
TN7. You fucking meme lord.
Making fun of me for being horny on main. At least I don't repost memes.
Look, she likes climbing up trees and basically
being a meme lord, apparently.
The meme lord of the forest. What was that roll again? Sorry. 7. What was spirit?
Yeah.
That's an 8.
All right, yeah. You tell him to do a barrel roll.
You shouldn't be allowed.
Of course,
this is a ghost hunting show. They'll probably hear that and reinterpret it to mean something else.
Oh man, or barrel or something like that, and they'll be like, "Oh, there's a barrel here somewhere." And he's gonna he then proceeds to go sit down in Chad's chair and is gonna plug in the EVP into the computer and start messing with some audio program to try and isolate some sounds. He's gonna be there for a while.
Oh,
these things are really unintuitive.
If you're done making your presence known, maybe we should split up and search for Eddie.
Yes, all we've got to do now is the very serious job of getting his shirt off.
Thumbs up.
Throws her hands in the air. This is the dumbest thing I've ever done.
Hey, we were told by Lord Death to solve a disturbance. Shrug.
Hey. It's not evidence of me that will be in that recording. He says with a shrug.
Yeah, what are your all plans? So, seem to be suggesting that you're going to split up again.
I mean, at least briefly, until somebody's like, "Hey, I found him."
Found Eddie.
Then
we'll just split up.
Well, yeah, where Chad went up to the 3rd floor when he after checking his phone. Aaron is currently with the editing equipment. A couple of you know that Steve is up on the 4th floor in the spare room.
Eilert will follow Chad up to the 3rd floor on the off chance he's going to go meet. He went to go meet the guy.
Eddie?
Yeah, went to go meet Eddie, so that's where Eilert's going to go look.
All right, anyone else?
Can I do a once over around the house to make sure he didn't go out running?
Yeah, you head outside to look around outside the house. I'll get to you in a second.
Oh shit.
Anyone else?
Oh, one person checking outside. We have a person per floor then, if we want.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Jane is just like, I'll look around down here, motioning to the first floor.
If you want to, I mean, one of us can stay with you if you like. I know you're maybe not feeling this.
I'm feeling things, confusing things mostly, but I'm good.
Okay,
well, you're at that age.
Oh, for
that is
just
not
you.
what I was getting at, my dude.
Okay, so you're better than Billy then. Look, just start shooing people to different places.
I imagine that being from Eilert like halfway up the stairs.
If I could pick something up, I'd throw it at you.
All right, so Billy, you went outside.
I did.
You're having a look around the grounds. So you're having a look around the grounds, and you give me a perception roll. TN is going to say TN is 6.
Nope.
Okay. You're pretty sure you saw like there was a group of people. There's a group of people that passed by, and you're pretty sure you saw one was like, and because you know that the living tend to be kind of on grayscale side.
Mm-hmm.
The colors are very muted. You saw one of those living people that was walking with that group appeared to be as regularly colored as you. You didn't get a good look at their face though. And when you run around and turn, when you follow them, you see them. They get into their car and leave. You didn't really get a good look at who it was.
Wonder what that means.
But yeah, you did. You know for a fact that person was definitely alive. You just didn't get a good look at them.
I'll have to file that away for later.
And then as you look around some more, it doesn't appear that Eddie's out here jogging.
All right, back in the house then.
Okay. All right. So Eilert is going to be the first one to see this. Everyone else, you may interject at any point as you would like, and arrive at any time that you would like. So you are free to do as you will there. Eilert.
Yep.
You're following Chad.
Mm-hmm.
He comes up on the third floor. The third floor is primarily storerooms. It's primarily storerooms and linens. It's where a lot of cleaning stuff is kept. A lot of cleaning is done. General house maintenance stuff here is kept up here. And Chad comes up to Eddie in the hallway, in the main hallway on the third floor, fairly close to the balcony that's overlooking the foyer. So everyone is probably going to notice and hear their conversation eventually. And yeah, Chad comes up to Eddie. Eddie is just set up a camera, or he's just checked a camera. And Chad is just like, hey, Eddie, how's it going, man? And he's just like, not too good, bro. Not too good. Checking the equipment. I'm still not noticing a fucking thing. Well, Betty, it's okay, man. We'll get it. This is a haunted ass place. Look, I don't want to have to make any shit up while we're here. You know. I know. And he shoves his hand. Eddie shoves his hands into his pockets and huffs. And Chad is just like, "Hey, I know this might not be the best time for it, but I gotta give you some news." Yeah, what's up? The priest that we were gonna have on, he called and canceled. Guess his daughter isn't feeling too good, and he needs to stay home with her. Chad, are you fucking serious? Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. We can get a different guest. And Eddie's just like, we were paying that motherfucker to show up today. We put half down for him to show, and then we were going to give him the other half when he did. So did you just fucking take our money and run? No, bro. Like, he said that he'll refund us. Like, it's fine. Said he'll fucking refund us. We had a goddamn agreement, man. Did you? And you just fucking let him go? You just fucking let him cancel just right out of the blue tonight when we're actually supposed to have this big fucking thing go down? You just let him go? Eddie, look, it's okay. We can get another guest.
I was gonna test something.
Yeah, what you gonna do?
He's like, gonna see if he can pull, like, so he goes through people, right?
Yeah.
But it seems from what he saw, maybe they can touch things that have color. So he's gonna see if he can, like, just reach through this guy's shirt and if he can feel the necklace.
All right. Go ahead and roll spirit. TN is 9. You're trying to do something very intricate. Trying to go through like one layer of clothing. And, like, this is a very precise thing you're trying to do.
Right. No, that's fair. He's more testing to see if this is possible. So, but we'll see. Maybe. I have to turn my lights on. Oh shit, that's a 9.
All right.
Didn't think that was gonna happen.
Yeah, you're able to reach your hand out and, like, get just like through like the first layer of cloth, and there is definitely a necklace under his shirt. And, like, are you trying to like draw something out of it, or are you just trying to make contact with it? Right now, when you make contact with it, you feel really unhappy. You immediately feel like the hackles raise on your neck.
Yeah, all right, but you know what? That might cause him to back off, but he's missing all his black, and therefore is not afraid about what might happen.
All right. Are you going to try and...
Yeah, let's try and draw out.
First, I'm going to say, when you make the attempt, like, right initially, when you make the attempt, you feel as if there are eyes on you.
Okay. Again,
as if something is staring deep into you. And that seemed like almost like a warning if you were to proceed.
Let's see. The question is, what weighs out? What weighs more here? His lack of fear or a sharp mind that would go, this might not be the best place to do this?
That's up to you, man. I'm sure others have arrived at this point, FYI, because
they're being very loud.
They're being very loud, yeah.
Yep. Okay. In that case, Yiska will. I mean, is sorry, I'm still trying to remember everyone's names.
Eilert.
Yeah, Eilert. Is Eilert like? Does he still have his hand like in?
I want to imagine that like that, just the instinct to pull away when he felt that was there.
Probably there is an instinct of,
yeah,
like, even if, like, just because he doesn't feel fear doesn't mean he has zero self-preservation, I guess. Or does it?
I mean, you have self-preservation. That's hard to get rid of.
Well, I think I've discovered something.
Oh?
There is something in this necklace, and it does not like the idea that I want to get it out.
Jane comes up. Really?
Oh, very much so. It is quite upset right now. I have a feeling something problematic will happen if I try to do that here.
I'll say right now, the feeling that you got, there will be a problematic thing that happens no matter where you do it. It's just a matter of
right.
No, how prepared you are. you have the feeling that a bad thing is going to happen.
I can do it now, or we can do it later and deal with it later.
I feel that maybe either me or Jane or one of the non-armed people should do it, and then you and Billy should.
Yeah. Should we wait for Billy to get back and maybe Clara?
A prudent suggestion. He will back off a little bit from the.
I will go ahead and wait for Mana to come back.
So, does anyone else feel a little bit sad for these people? I mean, knowing that ghosts do in fact exist and that they were mocked for saying they don't.
Yeah. Hey, Cora.
Hey.
It does put a different perspective on things.
I heard drama.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how someone said there might be a demon in the necklace, Cora?
Yeah.
That might be the closer one to the truth.
Oh, come on. You're not joking, are you? Don't we need like an exorcist or something for that?
I think we are the exorcists.
Were the real exorcists the friends we made along the way? I don't know where you're going with this.
I'm not seeing it either.
I think one of us is going to have to try and pull this thing out of the necklace, and then it will be very angry with us, and it will try and hurt us, if I were to guess.
This sounds like we're noodling.
Noodling?
Where you go to, you guys never gone fishing before?
Jane holds out, Jane shrugs because she doesn't remember if she has or not.
Sorry, ever since I saw the meeting in the parlor, I've been thinking about food.
Yeah. So
yeah, there was a sandwich there that looked amazing.
They have food here?
Yeah,
yes,
apparently
the lady of the house knows how to make ghost sandwiches.
Yeah, she can like take lingering sentiments or whatever and make stuff like food out of it.
Huh. Well, anyway, so like catfish are big ugly suckers that like to live in really muddy lakes and really muddy ponds, and it's really hard to get them to kind of come to bait. So what people will do is they will just kind of find where they're resting and just kind of jam their hand down their neck and then kind of pull them out that way. And then they thrash around and they get really freaking mad. So I guess it's kind of like that.
Huh.
Except you're shoving a hand inside a demon. I didn't make that sound any better.
Billy, have you?
Hey guys, I'm back from the outside. What I miss?
Yeah, there's
you. Just as that happens, you see the argument between Eddie and Chad has actually escalated.
Well, are they gonna like throw a punch?
Chad, you hear Chad is just like, look, Eddie, I know you're upset. Okay, I know you're upset, but you gotta chill, man. You have to chill. Fuck, dude. Aaron is thinking of quitting because you will not chill. And Eddie's just like, yes? What are you thinking then, Chad? What are you thinking? I'm thinking that you need to let go of all this. He motions to his head and then specifically motions at his chest. And Eddie's just like, I'm thinking that you never really understood and can frankly go fuck yourself. Oh, no. And Chad is just like, Eddie, dude, you know that isn't true. And as Eddie like turns to leave, like Chad reaches out to like put like a comforting hand on Eddie's shoulder. But Eddie whips around at that and shoves him. And Chad goes stumbling back. He crashes. He trips over one of the cameras that the camera that Eddie was previously checking, and crashes to the floor. Chad,
why can't guys just talk about their feelings openly?
Well, Chad looks genuinely emotionally devastated by this. And so does Eddie, honestly. Eddie looks like he can't believe what he just did. Chad, without a word, just gets up, brushes himself off, and leaves. Goes downstairs, and he goes out the doors.
Whew. The fuck is that thing doing to him?
I don't know, but I think if we want to save Billy's favorite show, we should probably do something about it sooner rather than later.
Eddie calls for Chad. He calls for him a couple times. Aaron downstairs at the editing equipment, he runs out the doors to go after Chad.
I don't know, man. This is pretty like heartbreaking drama. Are any of these cameras on? If they aired this, shit, Golden Globe.
Dude.
Eddie calls out to both of them. And then when like they don't come back into the building, like he roars in rage and stomps off. He stomps off downstairs, not towards the front doors though, but towards the back.
Oh, let's follow him. Perhaps he's going somewhere a little more open.
We'll say, FYI, everyone needs to make no, I keep calling for spirit rolls for certain things, but I want to call for spirit for the purposes of courage. The TN is
don't we have a courage skill?
Yes.
There is a skill.
Yes,
There's a skill.
If you happen to have modifiers, you can use them in courage.
I don't.
You roll a spirit at a TN of 7.
Here's a question, Nate.
Yo.
If this is to avoid fear, do I just automatically succeed?
No, because it might not be fear that grips you.
Okay.
Got a
Fair
9.
enough.
9, okay.
Wait, so I have
I
leadership
need
under
to turn
courage.
the lights on so I can see my dice.
You have leadership under courage. I mean, if you want, you can. What leadership allows you to do is, if there are other people who happen to have modifiers, basically, with leadership, you can effectively roll as if it is a group skill, like a coordinated effort. And you can, rather than everybody rolling, you can roll. Like you alone can roll and treat it as a group thing, as if like you
Step
are
in front of us and take all the fear.
as if you are like gonna rationalize and chill everyone's shit should anyone get worried.
Okay.
And that then no one else has to roll it. It's just you. However, if anyone else has any modifiers in courage, they add that to your courage when you're rolling with leadership.
Oh, so it's like a group effort thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
basically.
Which means that if you choose to do that, you can, instead of rolling, because I have willpower and courage. So if you do that, instead of rolling, you can just force succeed the check at some cost to you.
Okay.
How much do you actually like us?
The TN is 7, FYI.
Okay.
I made that with a 7, pretty much on the nose.
Okay. Well, if he's rolling with leadership, since this is the first time this is coming up, if he's rolling with leadership, you can willingly disregard that you rolled at all if you want. It's up to you.
Yeah.
But yes. So do you want to do leadership, or doesn't he also get the highest of the dice of?
Yeah, leadership allows you to coordinate a group effort, use the highest stat among the player characters, and apply all relevant modifiers to that character. So, anyone have
3 in their spirit?
Me.
Yeah. So you would roll as if you had a spirit of 3, and you would, if you want to activate willpower, per Eilert's aid, you can.
We're so strong together, guys.
I don't think I want to use willpower, but I will use the 3 spirit for everyone. If
okay, good. Yeah.
All right.
TN 7.
I got an 8.
Okay. So if there was any panic at this, if anyone was feeling apprehensive or worried, don't worry. It's okay. Yiska's here. He's got you guys. There was definitely something inhuman in Eddie's roar.
He's just inspirational.
He just stands there giving absolutely no fucks.
There was something inhuman in Eddie's roar. Some like as if it was on like the twinge of the back of it. Did not feel and sound right. It raised everyone's hackles as you absolutely felt the Dorsey piece affecting his voice.
Wait, is that thing really a demon? Did I guess right?
Yeah, looks like it.
Is it possessing him?
It's possessing the necklace, at least.
Yeah, but is it moving from the necklace to him?
Shrug.
That's some scary movie bullshit.
I think it might have been what you said, like a feedback loop. Like it's making him mad, which is feeding it, making it stronger, which is making him even madder.
Well, should we follow him?
I mean, we're not going to finish this off letting him go on his way.
It's our job.
All right.
Right.
I'm going to go on ahead. I'm going to make a quick detour.
Okay, Operation Shirtless Angry Man is a go.
All right, so you guys gonna head into the garden in the back? That's where he is. That's where he is stomped off to.
Eiler's making a quick detour to the dining room.
Yeah, everyone has since departed. As lunch is over.
Drat. Is anyone left in the dining room?
It looks like Frederick and Percy are cleaning up after everybody. Zelda and Darcy were kind enough to make the meal, so they are on cleanup duty.
Let's see, very gentlemanly.
Yes.
Forgive the disturbance, he'll say, knocking on the door.
Yeah, Percy's just like, not at all. Please come in.
Yes. Just, I thought it would be prudent to warn you. We believe we found the source of the disturbance, and we are likely about to make it very angry.
Frederick is just like, oh, I see. Is there any way that we can help?
Perhaps. See, we are rather new at this, and I'm afraid we only brought a couple weapons between us. If this comes to a fight, I noticed that it was Frederick's son, right?
Elijah. Frederick's son.
I noticed your son, Elijah, right, has a sword. Anything? Are there any implements we could borrow, perhaps, to help combat it?
The sword that he uses is one of his own design. He worked on that for 50 years before he managed to make it as good as it is.
Very dedicated. I would hate to impose for his help, though, as I suspect will be dangerous.
He should be upstairs, in his room if you wish to request his aid.
It couldn't hurt, or at least he should be, as he seems to be on alert. It'd be best if he's on alert, if nothing else.
Very well. Thank you for letting us know that this is about to happen.
Of course. He will trot back.
Are you gonna head upstairs?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. You run upstairs.
He's got the ranged weapon. If this happens in the backyard, maybe he can just shoot out a window.
Yeah. Yeah. You run upstairs. And give a little knock on Elijah's door. And he opens it. Like it ain't no big.
Yeah.
And he looks at you and folds his arms over his chest and kind of waits for you to speak.
I believe we've found the source of the disturbance. I thought it best to inform you that we are probably about to provoke it. It seems quite hostile. If there's any aid you could offer, that would be appreciated. Otherwise, at the very least, we thought you might wish to be informed so you can be on guard.
Go ahead and roll social. TN is 9. Or no, 8, rather.
Okay. Should have sent Yiska to do this. Oh, well, shit. I got a 9.
Nice!
I keep going, I'm not going to make this, and then I do. D10s are apparently my jam.
He's just like... Are you thinking that it is going to be a fight?
Given what we were prepared for, it seems likely.
Then I will join you. I will not have strangers fighting exclusively on our behalf.
Oh. we would appreciate the assistance. I imagine you have a great deal more experience than us.
Where is this to happen?
Believe the man was heading out the back door.
Well, I will meet you in the garden. And he closed the door.
Eilert will start to head down to the garden himself now.
Okay. Those of you, everyone else who were going to the garden post haste, you see Eddie is just kind of standing in the middle of the garden, fuming, and he, like, in his rage, he rips his shirt off. Like, he just pulls it over his head and throws it off.
Fucking
Holy
Hulk Hogan's out of there.
And he grabs the Dorsey piece where it is on his neck, and he rips it off of his neck, like breaking the chain. And he holds it out, and he holds out in his palm of his hand, and he looks at it as if he's like wants to crush it in his bare hands. And like he's just glaring at it, like with such pure wrath and hatred, and like the redness from it is, you see it like bleeding into his hand, and you see his skin takes on that sort of like the skin of his hand starts to take on that spectral red and purple, red and violet light.
All right, well, if no one else is going to do anything, Cora's just going to roll one sleeve up, reach out, and grab the sodding thing.
How is that help? What?
All right,
Going to try and tear it away from him.
All right, are you going to try and grab the Dorsey piece or grab the thing inside of it?
The thing inside of it. When you're noodling, you grab the fucking thing by the lip.
All right, roll coordination. Don't say.
Sorry, can you tell me that sentence you said one more time?
You missed that. That's the only thing you missed. You missed talks of noodling.
Okay.
Could I use my outdoor skill?
For wrangling, hell yeah, you can. That is absolutely some. That is some wrangling you're doing. TN, the TN is 8. It wants to be in there and not out of there.
Damn it!
It's
No,
warm
only a
in
6.
there.
Okay. It starts to now bleed down into his wrist. You had reached out and you had grabbed it and you had tried to pull, and like you absolutely did. You pulled something out, right? Like there was some there was some sort of some scarlet thing that you pulled out, like almost like you were holding it by the arm. Or like holding it by like the finger, and like you pulled a finger out, and then you pulled a wrist out, and then it just swatted you aside and went back inside.
God damn it, I got Sam Raimi'd.
What the do that again, I'll help.
Well then stop drooling over the shirtless guy. Grab hold of me and pull.
You don't know what I'm looking at.
What else is there to drool over?
All right, Billy, if you want, you can roll coordination.
If I want, okay.
Or you can roll physique would also apply here, actually.
They're the same.
If only there was a big burly dude who could possibly be helping us out with this.
Yeah, I was about to say, can I use physique, and can I get my technical knack on sports for this?
Yeah, you can. TN is 8, but for you it's 7.
I rolled a 10.
Nice.
I dropped my dice on the floor. Give me a second.
That's a success, I think.
I got a 7.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. So Billy, so basically what happens here is Yiska Yiska grabs onto some of the energy that was lingering outside of the Dorsey piece, and like holds onto it real tight and starts pulling. And then you get an arm. You get the full arm. It comes to a shoulder, and Billy then grabs onto its bicep and starts to pull as well. And before you know it, you have just in like one sudden gasp, you pull something from the Dorsey piece in its entirety. All three of you come like toppling to the ground as you do, and even it comes toppling to the ground before you, leaving the Dorsey piece completely empty and having withdrawn all of that negative color from Eddie's hand.
Don't give him room to breathe, dogpile the bastard.
And
which bastards?
Which one do you think?
I don't know.
The Scottish ancestry kicks in.
The what you see in front of you
It's always what you get.
is you see a specter that is a red humanoid about twice the size of any one of you. It is largely featureless except for its jagged maw. The crimson that makes up its form flickers like static. Its legs are all bent up like a canine's, and it walks on threes, using its left arm like an additional leg. Its right arm, larger and clawed, it rears back rather offensively.
Oh shit, put it back! Put it back!
All right. If no one else is going to do anything immediately, what
did I just say? Which is, don't give us a chance, put the boot in.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you go ahead and roll. Let's see. Would we say what would you guys think? Would it be coordination for hitting a thing, or physique to hit a thing?
Physique. Hit hard.
This is not going to be. This is Scottish street fighting.
Yeah, roll physique. Roll physique. Your TN is 7.
Okay. That's a 9.
Shit.
Nice. All right. So yeah, you were just like putting a boot in, like what you were you trying to like kick it where exactly?
In the everything. There's probably one what like leads with one between the legs just in the off chance, and then just goes to town.
All right. Yeah. You plant a kick thoroughly into its midsection, and it rears back in with that roar that you remember coming from Eddie. And it looks like you kind of bent its midsection. Like it looks like really awkward. Like its midsection is now like kind of dented. And it's a really weird thing to look at.
Yeah. Just here, stitch that, you overgrown tomato.
Having done that, it is going to swing its massive arm at you. Go ahead and roll coordination this time to get out of the way. Your TN is 8 because you were very close to it.
Yeah, I didn't make it that time. That's only a 5.
It's only 5. Okay. You're very close to it, so like you're not in easy claw range. You would need to be kind of mid-range for being easy claw range, but you are in easy swipe range. So you go toppling away from it, hitting the ground and rolling to a stop. Go ahead and write on your character sheet that you definitely are bruised and scraped.
All right.
Anyone else?
Gentlemen first.
Yeah. Yiska will without any other option, can take Koira's example and just kick at it.
All right. Roll physique. TN is 7.
I got a 9.
9. All right. You're also booting at it.
Mm-hmm.
Similar thing. Just trying to hit it anywhere. All right. So you kick it in the midsection as well. If you're just trying to hit it anywhere that's easy to hit, you boot it in the midsection, right where Koira had dented it. And its midsection kind of like twists. It now appears to be broken in several places.
Huh.
But not in a way that is totally taking it out. You see the cracks.
Okay.
And Billy, you're last.
I'm gonna stab it.
You're gonna stab it?
I'm gonna stab it. I have a knife.
All right. We'll give it a little stabbing.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and roll. Are you trying to like stab real hard, or are you trying to stab tactically?
Well, let's go with hard.
Hard? Okay, roll physique.
Hard stab. Do I get a bonus because I have a knife, or is it just?
The knife will just do more damage. It will do like more specific damage.
I got a 7.
7. Okay, well the TN was 7 to hit. All right, yeah. Is any particular place you're trying to stab it?
Usually around the head area seems to be easiest, but whatever's within reach. I am kind of short.
Yes, it's true, and it is very tall. All right, so you're able to reach its chest pretty well, and you shove your knife into its chest, and drag it down as you pull it out, and its chest is now thoroughly perforated. And then Eilert arrives on the scene.
Well then.
Hey, I was right. There's a demon inside.
Help us kick the crap out of it. Also, ow.
As it has just been stabbed, it is going to attempt to grab, and then throw the one that stabbed it.
Oh shit, that's me.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll coordination. Your TN is 8. You are very much in its grill, so it's gonna have an easier time grabbing you.
7.
7? Okay. Yeah, it grabs you and it chucks you. You go crashing into the brush and actually even disrupt the brush. Yet that does not get Eddie's attention. He continues to stare deep into the Dorsey piece. So you disrupt the brush and actually cause a physical damage on the world of the living, and that in turn causes a physical damage into the world of you. Let's say that your arm and shoulder is real cut up by the brush that you were thrown into.
What? I feel ripped off.
That would be your flesh.
Ha ha!
All right, who's next?
Well then, Eilert is going to pull out that pistol and take aim.
All right, go ahead and roll. Let's see.
What stat is it going to be to shoot? I mean, it's going to be probably one of my 2 dice stats.
We're gonna go with perception.
Sounds like a plan.
Because it's a matter of aiming.
Yeah. What's the TN?
TN is 7.
Got an 8.
Nice. All right. Yeah. Where are you shooting for?
Somewhere. So this thing is significantly taller than most of us, right?
Yeah.
Probably center mass above the heads of everybody so that he doesn't hit an ally if he misses.
All right, yeah, it's facing its back to you, so
just shoot him right in the back.
Yeah, you shoot it in the spine, around the back and the spine, and you cause a few cracks to appear in its back.
Oh, so just like it's made of glass or something?
Yeah.
That is not what I was expecting that to do. Also, was there any, did it just seem to fire an airsoft pellet? Was there, any...
It did fire an airsoft pellet, but it felt like you were firing an airsoft gun. But
did it look like it? Was there anything?
But the effect looked more like it was the impact of a hard fist against glass, plexiglass, or some other difficult to break glass mine. But it definitely did damage.
What are the investments then?
All right. Let's go next. Koira or Iska? Or Billy?
Koira's going to see if she can grab the thing and hold it still for Yiska to get a really good shot in.
All right. Okay, sure. Go ahead and roll physique. You can use sports for wrangling if you want.
I don't think I have sports for a skill, unfortunately, but I will still give physique a go. Oh, that's an 8.
All right. It's D and 7. It's just general 7. It's 7 to hit this thing on the right.
Yeah.
You leap onto its back, where its back actually is fairly cracked up from Eilert's gunshots earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You grab it by the neck, you hold your arms around its neck, and it starts flailing and trying to knock you off of it. It spins around, and you're holding on tight, keeping yourself from being thrown from its body. And it now appears to be more interested in removing you from it than it does from knocking Yiska or anyone else coming up close to it away. So Yiska, go ahead and reduce its TN by 1.
Okay. So Yiska is going to get up close and then it's going to try to sweep the leg.
All right.
Oh, thanks.
You could be trying to sleep him so he falls forward.
Yeah.
You end up on top of him.
I'm going to go Dante on this and just surf this demon.
Yeah, so I got a 10 on that.
10. Okay. Yeah. You go up and you sweep. You sweep the leg. It's got a pretty thick leg, but you're also a very strong boy. So you sweep the leg and you cause it to stumble, and it goes face first into the dirt. I'm gonna say that it's got a cracked up face right now. So its face is now showing signs of cracking. And Billy, what you gonna do?
Remove myself from the bushes for 1 and assess the damage on me.
Yeah, the clothes, the cloth, and the skin around, say, your right side, starting with your shoulder, going to your arm, and a little bit on your leg, is there's a little torn up, and you are rather thoroughly scratched. You're not bleeding, and that's weird.
Oh, I'm sure that looks weird too.
Yeah, there are definitely scratches that look like they should bleed, but they're not.
I'm just not going to think about it. shuck off her jacket and rush back in there for one other stab because, god damn it, that thing costs a lot of money.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll physique.
Nothing again.
1
and a 3.
Oof. Yeah, like you race for it with the knife turned down so that you could probably stab into it with some good heft. But it throws out an arm at you.
Whips me right back into the bushes.
It throws an arm at you, and like its arm swipes against you and like causes you to stumble back and fall, but not so forcefully that it actually hurts.
Doing great, guys. Just keep it up.
Okay. It really dislikes this whole thing of Cora being on its back. It also really dislikes the whole thing of being shot.
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
So it's gonna grab Koira, and it's gonna throw it at the one that shot it.
I'm gonna be yeeted. No.
Koira, you go ahead and roll coordination. Either roll physique to keep hanging on, so it is not able to get a grip on you, or roll coordination to get off of its back just before it can get you.
I'm guessing if he fails, I'll be rolling next.
Your TN is 7.
I'm just curious. Could flight be applicable in here?
Hey, if this is what opens that up, it can.
As I get thrown at someone, Cora just kind of throws her arms up in a kind of defensive gesture and just swerves in midair, just barrels into a bush.
Yeah, you can have that happen. Yeah, go ahead and roll coordination.
Then aren't you
your TN is 7.
And since our powers have aptitude, that's treated as having an extra die, if I remember right.
So that means I'm rolling 3.
Yep.
And that's a 9.
9. All right. Yeah, it's exactly as you just described. Like, it grabs you, and you yelp, and it throws you, and you swerve off in midair before you collide with Eilert. And sort of slink off to the side, still airborne, right above the brush.
Just kind of takes her hands over her eyes, looks down, looks up at us, looks at herself, and goes, "Okay, so that's the thing." And then I'm assuming the effect stops and she just falls down.
Yeah, sure, why not? All right, who's next? So you know, there is no
official.
There is no official initiative. It's just whoever speaks up first.
All right. It seems like he has a clear shot again, so Eilert's going to take another shot at this thing.
All right, go ahead. Roll perception. TN. The TN I'm going to say is 6 because it actually is still like a very immobile target.
Okay. That's a 9.
9. All right. Yeah. You put a few more pellets into its back, and the cracks are showing signs of that they will soon shatter.
Who gets the final hit?
I think whatever we're doing is working.
I mean, I guess yeah. If Jessica's gonna go and I guess smash into this thing's back, just like full body tackle it.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and roll physique. Again, against a 6 because it is still an immobile target.
All right, I got a 6.
Got a 6. All right. You were trying to go through the cracks on its back?
Yep.
All right. You cause the cracks to shatter. And you cause the cracks to shatter. And you like at first you are sort of jumping onto a physical thing, and then you fall through it.
Huh.
As the entire beast shatters from the back all throughout the body until it is just glass. Until it is just just pieces of glass everywhere. And it is at that point that Eddie. You guys see Eddie staring at the Dorsey piece. He grips it real tight in his hands, hangs his head, and then he rears back and he just chucks it.
Oh, way to overcome!
And then returns to the house.
Is it that point that Elijah arrives?
Yes. Shit, I totally forgot about Elijah. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
He'll just have to wait another 50 years to use that sword.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Zach. I totally forgot about that. He was going to arrive shortly after you did. My bad.
Okay.
So at that point Elijah arrives, and you guys have defeated the Dorsey monster.
Well, that was exhilarating.
Ow! Okay. How is everyone? Is everyone alive?
Jane, who had been knocked away fairly early on, comes out of the brush. Ow!
No, none of us are alive. Which is why it doesn't make any sense that I got cut.
You got cut?
I got cut!
But you were the one holding the knife. Oh, why am I even asking?
Well, and if you guys happen to look at the remains of the monster, you see there are the glass mostly starts to dissolve and sort of just return to the air as if it becomes dust. But there are let's see here. That is. There are a few pieces of glass that remain. There are six there are six pieces of glass of like real like heavy red color, and one that is a deep purple.
Smoke on the wall.
Huh.
I'm going to take one of the red things because I was missing some red anyway.
All right, are you going to take it for yourself?
Yeah.
All right. You had done like half your red, right?
Yes.
All right. You pick up the glass and you feel about you feel a fourth more red.
How
much red did I lose?
So how many shards were there total?
There are now 5 red shards and one violet shard.
Red is aggression. What is violet?
Cora may have already kind of gone to the violet one.
All right.
Holding her pen in the other hand.
Yeah,
Are you going to steal the pen, knowing that it belongs to them?
I might as well just refill it. Sorry, I borrowed your pen and wrote Venus on your bedroom wall.
It barely takes anything of that shard to refill that pen. Like, you still are able to take the whole shard if you want.
Yeah, she kind of holds experimentally. She's not wanting to take any of it into herself, but she wants to keep it in the shard.
All right. Elijah is just like, I'm so sorry I wasn't able to get here in time, but you all did wonderful.
It seems that things went rather well, but the thought is appreciated.
I mean, it took literally all of us wailing on the damn thing to even bring it down, but yeah, we're super good at this.
Eilert will, I guess, grab one of the red shards and just pocket it.
Yeah. Same with Yiska. Does his shard turn into coins when he grabs it?
Yeah, sure. You now have a you grab a red shard and it is now a red coin.
Does Yiska have Scott Pilgrim fucking superpowers?
His
enemies burst into coins.
He exclusively thinks of the colors as currency now, so that's just what is happening whenever he touches them. It's nice.
Oh, good old-fashioned American redbacks.
And
also, Eilert's gonna go look and see if he can find the necklace wherever it landed.
Sure. It's no difficult find. You do end up finding it. It's about like it's a little ways away, like off of the property, but not too far. There's nothing left in it.
Yeah, so I assume that if he just tries normally to go grab it, his hand just goes through it as usual.
Yeah, unless you want to try and affect the living world.
I don't know. You know what? I have an idea. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he's gonna try and grab it to take with him.
All right, go ahead and roll spirit.
TN?
TN is 7.
Nope, not this time. 1 and 4.
Yeah, your hand goes right through it. You feel like you were like you were able to get purchase, and then eventually you were trying and your finger slipped and you went right through it.
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Yitsuke's gonna try and grab it, and I rolled a 7 to pick it up.
Yeah, you pick it up.
All right, so Yitsuke's gonna bring the necklace back over to the editing station and just drop it right next to the editing computer.
Ha! All right. Nice. That's good. That's real good. Because now now like Eddie's gonna recognize that was outside. Oh man, this place is super fucking haunted. Oh shit.
Well, we didn't really get rid of the boys, but we got rid of the demon.
Well, I guess we can go assure the family that it's like they shouldn't be yelling at each other. Hopefully they will get stuff finished, and
they'll still probably disturb you, but
yeah,
it's like me for one more night and there won't be any more Reapers.
So, just as a bit of epilogue, because we're coming up on 7 o'clock, and I should probably wrap it up here. For Luke's sake, the family is very grateful for you guys for helping smooth that over. As it does turn out that it really was Eddie's aggression that was, or whatever was happening to Eddie, that was really causing this disturbance. They like because even before, when they were on like editing periods, like everything was chill, everything was quiet. They weren't messing with anyone or anything, but it was just constantly yelling and carrying on and causing a disturbance. And then there was also the matter of like the deep disturbance of the Dorsey piece itself.
Like when we go back into the house, is the red atmosphere disappeared?
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, you have clearly erased whatever dissonance was really grabbing this place. And the family is super grateful. Zelda really is not happy that you wrote Venus over her bed.
It was one of the guys. It was one of the ghost guys. The live ghost guys.
Especially since it was with
They very much know it wasn't them.
It was with a
You
spectral
wrote
pin of her own design, her own creation that Koira, in fact, was in possession of. Really indicating who did that.
Yeah, Koira's handing it over, looking incredibly embarrassed.
Wow, Koira, I can't believe you disrespected these people's memories so hard.
You read their sex journal.
My what? Who? Their what? What? There's no evidence of that. I didn't have their pen.
I would just like to add that I was downstairs and did not step foot inside your room.
Same.
And and I would say that you didn't bother the Lagranges too much.
The kids seem to like us.
Yeah, so Zelda, and because you guys did help out a good bit, she will allow you to take some spectral tea with you.
Ooh.
Aww.
So you can take green tea, black tea, or an orange / oolong.
Can I take some spectral sugar too?
I feel.
Which is to say,
thematically, I really want the orange tea. Thematically, I really want the orange tea, but practically, I definitely need to take the black tea.
You take the black tea. She offers some spectral tea to each of you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for putting up with us bumbling newbies.
Thank you for doing for attending to this matter with minimal damage to the house.
I said, "Oh, we're sorry."
She smiles pleasantly in the only a way that a Victorian lady can.
If you have a spectral scrub and bucket, we'll be happy to make her clean it.
If you have a spectral magic sponge.
Yes, in fact, I do.
Yeah, excellent.
Do so, and perhaps you'll be welcome back.
Just I can't vocalize what Koira's expression is at points to Eilert, but if he wasn't already dead, she'd murder him.
Koira, will you in fact clean their wall so that you are welcome back to their house?
Under one condition.
Oh,
I make sure one of the ghost boys sees it first, and then I erase it to
They're
really
not
fuck
gonna
with
know
them.
what it means.
They're just gonna be like, "That's not a word. Why did you write
that's a weird thing that you wrote."
Oh, you mean one of the TV ghost boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
totally already did. Like, no, you totally wrote that shit on the wall, and like you were trying to affect the real world with it, or the living room with it. So like, you absolutely did. They have that shit on camera already.
Perfect. In which case, yeah, she'll happily erase that, knowing that this will just confuse them even further.
How happy are you to be known as the Venus Ghost? That's you now. That's your legacy.
She just looks into this for a second and goes, "Oh, fug."
So yeah, what kind of teas everyone else taking?
I'll take the oolong.
Take the oolong. All right, so that's same.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Take the black tea.
All right. Koira.
Go for the black tea as well.
All right. Just note on your character sheet that you have spectral black tea or oolong. And
is Zelda just like you really hands Eilert the black key? You really look like you need this.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, she's like, you really need some shadows. You are missing some things.
Yes, the risk of performing the risk of making business deals before you are aware of the what all of that entails.
Yeah. So you guys are able to leave the Lagrange house on amicable terms with the Lagrange family.
Yay!
Yay!
We all jump and high five in the front garden.
And we save the ghost adventurers. TM.
And you
TM,
also
TM.
absolutely save the spirit hunters.
Is there
the
okay?
episode that they're going to pull together from this, like their debut episode after a 2-year hiatus, is going to be awesome.
Oh, they're gonna fuzz.
Does does Billy hang around and wait to see if they make up? Like, since we don't know that necessarily when we're leaving, is Billy gonna be like, I need to know?
I have to know. Yeah, I will. I'll watch them make up. You don't have to describe it. We could just say that I do.
They do. Eddie does call everybody.
He's like, I've been a giant Venus.
He does. He calls everybody, and he gets them all in the foyer, and he sincerely apologizes. He even tears up.
Oh.
And like Steve is finally drawn back into it at that point, and it's a really emotional experience that is all incidentally actually caught on camera, not intentionally, but was.
Good.
And like they hug.
It needs some emotion.
It was caught on camera because one of us tapped Aaron.
Yeah, it is caught on camera because Aaron had the camera running.
I told Aaron to never give up.
All right, and so yeah, you guys leave having reunited the spirit hunters, and on good terms with the Lagrange family. Too experienced, everybody.
Yay!
Nice.
And as you guys are leaving the house, and starting back towards Market Street to reunite with Lord Death, we're going to pull back, where we see the entirety of the city of Mercy Springs going, essentially zooming in on Alden Park, and getting closer to a tower, a rather large tower that overlooks the neighborhood. It's one of several pseudo skyscrapers that mark one of the edges of the neighborhood. A man, tall, older, silver fox, kind of handsome. He is in a fine suit without a tie. Looks down from his balcony, leaning against the side of leaning against the railing of the balcony. Looks down at the city below. A shorter man in his mid-30s approaches. He has a thin but well-sculpted beard, one pierced eyebrow, and short dark hair. So you felt it too? Asks the older man. The younger man nods, swipes something across his phone, and shoves it into his pocket. Yeah, I did. A bit of discord down there. Vanished. The older man interjects. He turns to face the younger man. And at the hands of reapers, no less. Did you not assure me that the reapers of Mercy Springs were no more? Younger man, despite being grilled on the spot, nods casually. Yeah, I did. and there shouldn't have been anyone else. I already sent word to my people, okay? They're on it. The older gent turns to look down at the city again, sighs, shaking his head, and waves the younger one off. The younger gent leaves his employer to brood on the balcony. And that's where we're going to end the session.
How mysterious.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Nice.
I had fun.
That was good.
I'm glad.
That was a lot of fun.
I'm glad that you guys had fun. What do you think of the scenario proper?
It was good. It had everything. There was laughter, action, eye-watering old person sex. It's just
Yeah.
we're all good here.
I like that you had this kind of red herring. Like, yeah, there are ghosts, but they're not the ones fucking causing the problems.
Mm.
Like, I was originally going to write it as if the ghosts were like really antagonizing the spirit hunters, but then I was a little more interested in the idea that the problem was more tied to the spirit hunters having personal issues.
Their strained relationship, and also the haunted fucking medallion he decided to take with him.
Yeah.
So interesting. I'd thought that the necklace was like, oh, maybe it built up resentment. Like it's the building resentment from them getting, humiliated.
So here's the thing. As written, it could be either.
It's up to interpretation.
Yeah, it is absolutely up to interpretation on that front. I specifically have it written that it could be either. So I'm actually really glad that you guys picked up on both possibilities. There was actually a non-combat way to deal with this.
Yeah,
I figured we'd have to talk to Eddie himself, like to help him get over his inner demons.
Exactly. If you were able to get Eddie to willingly give up the Dorsey piece, or get the rest of the crew get their heart back into it, so that they can then convince Eddie themselves, you would be able to get Eddie to toss the Dorsey piece away himself, and then you will just have to bring it to Lord Death.
You don't need to hold on to your anger anymore, buddy.
So what you're saying is we could have spooked the rest of the crew enough to be like, yeah, no, ghosts are totally real.
So it would not have worked to do what I was thinking of trying and just like stealing the necklace.
No.
Okay.
No, that would have been rough because he would otherwise never remove it.
Right, but if we can affect it, I was thinking like, well, if worst comes to worst, we wait till he's asleep and we just steal it while he's sleeping.
I mean, yeah, that's something you could have tried. Something you could have tried.
I don't know if it worked or if that would have.
It would have been rough because you probably would have woke him up.
Yeah.
But theoretically possible.
Okay.
So yeah, you could either the non-combat way would be getting it from him somehow and bringing it to Lord Death. So yeah, like I said, 2 experience everybody. Glad y'all had fun. Any thoughts, questions, comments for you in the recording?
None here.
Not yet.
No, I'm still enjoying it so far.
Excellent.
Mechanics seem nice and sound.
All right. And I'm going to end the recording.
Beat.